I had some sort of appeal to just being with the road, being alone with my thoughts in the machine. Being alone with your thoughts, it gives you a nice way to clear your head. It's some people's meditation. That's the easiest way to put it. Originally, when I got into cars, I probably got into cars when I was about, give or take, I guess when I was 17. I used it just as an excuse to get out of the house. I mean, being an only child, I didn't want to be stuck with my parents all day, so I would always just, at the time I had a pickup. I originally got into modifying pickups, and it was a good start, but I just didn't see anywhere going with it. But regardless, I got into it just to get out of the house. As a kid, I can't lie, as a small child, my dream car was a fire truck. Now, looking back as an adult, and I'm glad I'm not gonna go out and buy a fire truck, it'd be pretty neat, I'm still not going to, but as I matured, I got more into sports cars and stuff like that. You know, every kid wants a Corvette and stuff like that. When I started modifying cars, like I said, it was originally with pickups. I just saw little things that I wanted to tweak, little things to make it your own or make it work better. Probably one of my first modifications to a vehicle was a aftermarket grill guard and rear bumper, just to make it look better, and then in the event of a collision, you're gonna be pretty close to indestructible. So just like anything that, you know, as a kid that's in high school, I mean, you didn't go to a tech school or anything for it yet, so YouTube, since we are that generation that learns from digital media and stuff like that, that is the easiest way that I learned was, I don't know how to do this, let's look it up real quick. The challenging part is to get everything to work. When you're buying something, say you're either getting it from a company or it's eBay special or whatever, you look at it and you think about it and you say, this is gonna work so easily, and then you get to the actual task, and installing the part might be easy, but at that juncture, making it work with literally everything else has always been a train wreck, as anybody that modifies cars can attest to. So right now, the vehicle that I have most modified is my 1997 BMW. Started out as a 328i convertible, but I swapped over the motor to an M3 motor, so it's got the S52 in it. The highest points to it, when I bought it, the guy who owned it before me didn't take care of it, really didn't care for it. It was a Minnesota vehicle to begin with, so there's a lot of rust, and there still is rust. But the hardest challenge to modifying the vehicle was just getting everything to a functional standpoint. He had it on really bad coilovers, so I switched over to lowering springs and stiffer shocks. And one thing that I have to put into this video, and I'm going to, is the fact that he accented oh my God. He accented everything on the vehicle with purple, and it was ridiculous. I mean, I'm colorblind, so I don't really know, but all I know is that I don't like purple, so that's regardless. But the future plans for this car, I mean, it's gotta get completely stripped out. Since I do have a different BMW that I daily drive, this one's just gonna be full track spec. It's just gonna be dumb. At the end of the day, this motor will probably blow up, and I'll probably drop an LS in it. Up until that point, I would like to boost it. I would love to put turbos on it, or supercharger if that is a little bit more readily available. One thing that really stands out to make you a car guy or a car girl would be that it doesn't matter what you own. I mean, people are gonna say, oh, well, if you own a Pontiac, then you're not a car guy or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you own, as long as you make it yours, that constitutes you to be a car guy. Now, some people argue that there should be function over form and stuff like that. That's your own prerogative, but at the end of the day, as long as you're taking something and you're building it to your own purposes and you're putting yourself into that vehicle, that makes you a car person.